So, Chris, what are the challenges to opening up a main camp here with the backdrop of whatever CBA issues are going on?
Yeah, you know what? I just know what they tell me, and they allowed us to come out here and get started today. And I thought whatever rules we go by is what CFL tells us to do. And I thought the guys did a real nice job of coming out and putting all that behind them and just doing what they had to do today, do their job.
Players were focused and no issues.
There was no issues whatsoever.
You can't be upset you get to practice while other teams don't today, though, right?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if that's the way it turns out, I mean, for the one time, maybe it's to our advantage.
What was it like getting everyone back on the field?
It was good. It was good. We had the biggest, like 99% of our guys out there. I thought they flew around. I thought there was some really good bright spots. I thought there was some of the holes that we felt like we that might have had going into the off season. I think we've answered some of those, and so we'll see as we move forward. Again, it's the first day.
Wondering how your rookies fared today, because they have 3 days in, but that's 3 days worth of bumps and bruises and sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of comparing apples and oranges, to be honest. I mean, because like you said, I mean we've gotten tons of rep with them over the last 2 or 3 days, so they seem a little slower, and it's something that we got to look at to make sure that we maintain the credibility of the reps. We've got to know and not overwork them, not overexert them, and at the same time try to make sure that we're getting the evaluation versus the vets. Otherwise, the vets have an advantage, and so we've got to do a great job of managing that.
How about your QBs, Chris? You saw your 2 veteran arms take to the field finally?
Yeah, they did. They did a real nice job today. I thought all of them, did something to make you kind of raise your eyebrows, and there's a couple of them that can really, really run, which adds a little element to what we're working with, and I thought Bodger did a real nice job. He opted in there and ran some routes today and caught the ball, so I thought he did a real nice job. So again, it's a good group, and we do have a bunch of them, so it'll be interesting once we do all of our analytics and charting exactly who goes where.
There is a bunch. I was going to ask you about the rookies you decided to keep, and you still feel you can get a good look at everybody.
Well, we wouldn't have kept them if we didn't think we could, and so again, a couple of them can play multiple positions, so it'll be interesting to see where it all plays out.
Kenny Lawler and James Wilder Jr., do you expect them here?
Yeah, they'll be here. Yeah, one of them had an airline issue with his family, and then the other one had a car issue down in Montana, so they'll be here soon. Well, I'm trying to keep this sun off my head, That's the best way I know to do is put a towel on. So, we, again, task at hand, and again, woke up this morning and found out we were able to go, and everybody, 100% of our guys are where they're supposed to be and eating breakfast, and so it's refreshing not having to coach that aspect of it. And again, I'm proud of what they did today. We put a lot of reps went on today.
I think it sounded good in the stadium. If you listen to the sounds of practice, it sounded like these guys were going to do it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, from the very first thing, they were calling the strength, calling the formation, getting in and out of the huddle offensively, and we were bouncing from drill to drill. I didn't have to cancel any of the periods, so that was a good thing.
How do you feel stepping on this field again, being back here, and with the task that's been?
Well, we've got a big job to do, but it's a big job every single year, regardless of where you are. I think the biggest thing is it's kind of surreal coming back after having a lot of success and seeing Eddie Steele come out here, and Sorensen will come by, and it's really cool seeing some of those guys that were on that squad coming back and still being around, that type of thing. So, and we got a couple of them on this team, so.
And as far as you'll be able to go tomorrow, like everything.
Yeah, again, it's I left my phone inside so that I didn't get any kind of notification or anything. So we'll see once we go in and check the email or the text, or check Twitter.
Yeah.
I figured out
you
what
got
that
one,
was.
right? So.
Nothing like starting out with a little extra adversity, Chris. You guys have never shied away from any challenges.
Yeah. Like I told them this morning, I'm like, we've got our back against the wall right off the jump. People, are expecting, a lot from us, but nobody expects more out of ourselves than us, and so we expect to be there when it all matters.
How about yourself? Just good to be back in the CFL training camp?
Oh, no doubt. Like you sit there and you think, well, I'll be back, and getting an opportunity to be back and being in the position that we're in as coaches and administrators and personnel guys. It's you know, it just feels really good, you know.
You may have talked about this with your players at the end of day one here, but day one is usually a lot of energy. We've got guys flying around.
Oh, yeah.
And have a tendency to maybe overdo it. So
Yeah.
day two, what do you tell them to expect or try and do to get ready for day two, and what do you expect for day two?
Well, consistency will be the key. I mean, you know, you think about the guys that we've had in the past that have been great players. You know, Anwar Stewart's, you know, he's kind of looked at as a great defensive lineman, but the fact that he showed up week in, week out, never was hurt, did the right things all. I mean, that's what separates you. The John Bowmans of the, I mean, looking way back, you know, guys you know, and then that's the kind of thing that we're looking for. Not the flash play here or there, but who's going to show up every single time that the lights come on or you have a practice.
Chris, is day one of training camp too early to bring up the FreezeFree Cup?
Well, again, we got a long way until then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not overly intelligent, so it's I can't even think of how far that would be, how many months that is, right? So we've just got to kind of put one foot in front of the other and kind of take baby steps. But certainly, you know, if you don't win the Grey Cup, it's a disappointment, period. There's no way. I don't care if you're Winnipeg, who just got through winning it, or a situation like ours where we're just trying to put one foot and win a game. And regardless, that's what the goal is. And so if we don't win it, it's a disappointment.
Sorry, Coach. You know, I'm not involved in either. All of us are not. But you're not coming in to replace the Grey Cup champs. You're coming in to replace a team that didn't win a single game on home field. So how does that change things, or does it make it easier? I don't know what.
Yeah, like I say, we don't talk about really last year. Just like if we were coming off of a Grey Cup, we're not going to talk about last year because that's over. You know, that's looking in the rearview mirror. So, again, we're just looking through the windshield and where we are going. That's kind of the direction that we're going.
So maybe fans only expect one win's improvement.
Yeah, well, again, we've got bigger expectations than that, but certainly we're looking forward and not behind. Everybody good?
Thank you.
All righty.
Series intelligence.
Great.
Go. Always know.
Check your
We'll
phone and
we'll
Twitter.
see y'all.